How do you transform your leadership without losing yourself? And if you're tired of leadership advice that feels like putting on someone else's personality, just speak up more, or own the room, or, lean in harder. Or maybe you've heard be more assertive. This video is for you if you've been given any of that sort of advice. Today I'm sharing how to level up your leadership without losing yourself in the process. No need to morph into someone else, someone who's louder, bolder, brasher than you are. You get to lead as you. I used to think that to be a strong leader, I had to be louder, more assertive, more everything. Like there was this leadership costume I was supposed to wear and it never quite fit. And then I discovered something quite ground changing. You don't need to perform leadership, you need to integrate it into who you already are. Let's talk about that. I call this the authentic leadership framework. And the first part of that is identity integration. And this is about finding your authentic leadership style. Your style isn't in a textbook, it's already in you. It's what has got you promoted as far as you've got so far. It's how you naturally think, make decisions, and connect. So, for example, I worked with a leader who thought she had to mimic her loud, extroverted peers to be taken seriously. And once we found her style, quiet confidence, deep listening, thoughtful action, she didn't just show up more, she started to stand out. So ask yourself, what kind of leader do I want to be? Not just what kind do I think I should be? And then it's about the power of personal presence. Presence isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being the most aligned. When you speak from a place of conviction, people lean in. So try this. Before key meetings, ground yourself with one question. What message matters here and why me to deliver it? And then you can start focusing on your natural strengths. Don't spend all of your energy trying to fix your weaknesses. Build around your strengths. I once coached someone who was phenomenal, I can't even say it, who was fantastic connector, but avoided visibility. And we built her leadership influence around relationships, and she got promoted because of it, not despite of it. So then there's number 2, the impact amplification. And the 3 questions to leverage your natural style. Firstly, where do I have natural influence? Secondly, where do people listen most closely to me? And thirdly, what am I already doing that gets results? So it's like how you convert your quiet influence to visible impact. If you've ever said, I get great feedback, but I still get overlooked, then this one's for you. The trick isn't about being louder, it's about being seen. So start by linking your value to outcomes. It means being clear, strategic, and intentional. So that's like speaking when it matters, following up with insight, and positioning your ideas in the right rooms and with the right people. Don't just do the work, name the impact. And it's not about bragging, it's about leading with clarity. And then, of course, it's authentic communication. Speak how you speak and be strategic. This method helps you communicate with executive presence your way, not in someone else's tone of voice. So, for example, a client used her natural empathy to frame hard decisions in ways that people could actually hear and respect. She didn't change her voice, she changed the context. You can be warm and direct. You can be empathetic and firm. And I had a client rewrite her board updates in her own voice. And the result meant more engagement, more respect, less stress. So building executive presence genuinely isn't about sharp suits or perfect polish, though if that's who you are, that's absolutely okay. It's about the energy you bring to the room. So you could try this. Be calm when others are scattered. Be focused when others are reactive. Be thoughtful when others are rushing. Be curious when others are stuck. That's the presence people remember. And number 3 is the innovation integration. And this is about creating your unique leadership signature. This is your leadership fingerprint. How do you do what only you can do? The way you blend values, expertise, personality, and quirks into a style that no one else can replicate. Start noticing what you get complimented on the most. That's often at the heart of your signature. And then how do you differentiate yourself? What sets you apart isn't always what you add, it's what you integrate. Think of your leadership style as a blend of values, strengths, and quirks that make you you. That's your leadership brand. Standing out without selling out. And how to say no to bad advice. And this is big. You don't have to sacrifice authenticity for authority. And you don't need to say yes to every piece of leadership wisdom floating around, especially if it doesn't fit. So don't play the game in ways that feel wrong. Choose visibility that aligns with your values. One client started leading internal podcasts. This was her way of influencing without needing to dominate meetings. Same voice, more impact. Another leader had been told for years that she was too soft, and it turns out that softness was her secret weapon. Her team thrived and were psychologically safe, and they delivered like never before. And that weakness, it became her greatest strength. Here's what I know for sure. True leadership power comes from integration, not imitation. The more you lean into who you really are, the more your influence expands. So here's how you can bring this to life. Start with the power presence audit. Identify your natural impact zones. Create your authentic influence strategy and build your unique leadership signature. So, what part of this framework resonated most with you? Identity, impact, or innovation? So here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to become someone else to become a better leader. Your next level is already within you. It just needs to be integrated, not added. And if this resonates with you, I've created a free leadership integration guide that takes this even deeper. And you'll find the link in the description below. And I'd love to hear from you if there was a part of this Level Up framework that resonated most with your leadership journey. Or drop it into comments and I'd love to discuss your strategy with you. And if you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more real-world leadership strategies that actually feel like you. And don't forget to download your free leadership integration guide. It's just below the video, because real leadership power, it comes from integration, not imitation.